Yeah, I thought I'd do a Q&A, I thought I'd do a Q&A. People keep asking me questions, on the internet, and I just can't be bothered to keep replying. So I thought I'd do a Q&A. But, before I start, I put a video on Instagram today, of me in court saying, facing 3 years, how's your Tuesday going? Just messing about. And people kept messaging me all day saying, is it because of rape? Is it rape? Is it rape? It's because of rape, innit? Is it rape? Is it rape? Why would it be rape? Why would it be rape? It's not rape. And some people were saying, is it because of Joshua? Because I did a video saying Joshua's fake, and then he started trying to threaten my life. Remember when he threatened my life? And then I said, I'm going to stab him like Kell Brook. And then Joshua got his sister to send me a message trying to threaten me saying, good afternoon. I would like to request that you delete the video posted of Anthony Joshua. It promotes violence. Please ensure this is removed in 24 hours. Otherwise it will be reported to the police and I will endorse legal action is taken against you. Joshua trying to threaten me with the police. Snitching like that. That's some baby thing. But me being in court had nothing to do with that. I was in court because I got on a train without paying. So I had to go to court and I got fined about £800. So it had nothing to do with rape. Don't assume that there had to be a rape involved. It had nothing to do with rape. But let me get on with this Q&A. What got you into boxing? Naseem Hamed. Do you know what I mean? Naseem Hamed. He was a buzz, wasn't he? Dancing, doing flips, knocking people out, coming to the ring on a flying carpet. Crashing into people at 100 miles an hour and then running off. That's morally wrong, innit? But it's exciting, innit? It's just entertainment. It's just pure entertainment. That's why I don't understand the black painter and decorator turning his back on the action. That iconic moment. Naseem Hamed on the pads with Brendan Ingle. Turning his back on that to paint a wall. Just forget the wall. It's not going anywhere, the wall. Just forget the wall. It's an iconic moment, innit? Naseem Hamed on the pads with Brendan Ingle. It's a legendary moment. So I can't understand the black painter and decorator turning his back on the action. When I was 15, I went to HMV and I bought this video here. That one there. License to Thrill. And I just thought, fucking hell. Who is this guy here? Do you know what I mean? Naseem Hamed. Remember when Mayweather used to call Naseem Hamed out? That's what I mean. Imagine Mayweather calling somebody out. If Nas was around today, he would have made some serious money, wouldn't he? Like Mayweather money. Because he was more entertaining money. Mayweather would have beat Naseem Hamed. But Nas was more entertaining than Mayweather, wasn't he? Yeah, he was more entertaining. He liked white women as well, didn't he, Naseem? Yeah, he liked that white posse, didn't he? So do I. Yeah, so do I. I like that white posse as well, like Naseem Hamed does. I've never fucked a black woman, Never. I've never banged a black woman. They're not really for me, but Mayweather's posting some nice strippers on his Instagram strip club page, She looks alright, don't she? So you can't really compare those two, You can't put all black women in the same category, There's obviously a big difference between those two there. Lumping them two in the same category is just fucking stupid, innit? There's a big difference between those two black women. So, I think I will bang a black woman one day. Yeah, next question. Muhammad Ali at his prime versus Mike Tyson at his prime. Who wins? At their primes, Ali would have done him in, wouldn't he? Ali would have won. You know, he had long arms, good jab, kept it long, good footwork. You know, his arms were too short, weren't they? Ali would have just jabbed him up, and Ali would have spoken to him, you know, and like wound him up. So Tyson would have probably tried to bite him or something. He'd probably get disqualified, Mike Tyson. He'd get disqualified, but he'd definitely lose. But you know, as kids, Tyson would have battered Ali, wouldn't he? Tyson would have battered Ali as kids. You know, look at him, he looks like a man. He's only about 13 there, you know. So he'd have fucked up Ali, you know, as a kid. But as an adult, in their primes, Ali would have beat him, wouldn't he? Yeah, people keep messaging me saying, oh, do you think the Canelo Kovalev fight was fixed? No, I don't. I watched it yesterday and it just looked like Canelo was like tucking up, you know, blocking the shots from Kovalev, you know, like absorbing the punishment on his arms and his gloves. And Kovalev was throwing a lot of punches, you know, tiring himself out. And then Canelo just landed a few good punches. You know, a bit like Mayweather McGregor. You know, Mayweather was just like tucking up, knowing that McGregor's only used to like 5 rounders. Mayweather was like tucking up, you know, absorbing it, knowing McGregor would burn out, you know, and then he stopped him, didn't he, Mayweather? That's what Canelo did. So it's not a fix, man. I didn't see the Canelo Kovalev fight as a fix at all. You know, people just try and create conspiracy theories all the time, don't they? You know, like the earth is flat, you know, just people trying to be interesting, trying to be different, trying to stand out, saying that they think the earth's flat. You know, it's a load of fucking nonsense, man. It's a load of nonsense. What's the next question here? It's going alright, isn't it? This little Q&A. It's going alright. I might do these every week, you know. It's just easier, innit? You know, because like, yeah. Next question. Knock out Froch in front of a packed Wembley or get a blowjob off Anna Wolfhouse? Anna Wolfhouse. Knock out Froch in front of a packed Wembley or get a blowjob off Anna Wolfhouse? You know what? I'd rather knock out Froch, you know, in front of a packed Wembley. Because he doesn't like brown people, does he? So I'd rather knock out Froch in front of a packed Wembley. But it's not just the fact that he doesn't like brown people. If you're knocking out Froch in front of a packed Wembley, you're probably going to get paid. So if you're earning good money, you can afford to get blowjobs off nicer women than Anna Wolfhouse with the blowjob signals. She's not all that. She spends hours and hours getting made up by a makeup artist who looks like the black lesbian in the Sky Sports studio for hours. So it's fake, man. It's not real, is it? It's fake. So I'd rather knock out Froch in front of a packed Wembley, you know, and get that money so I can get blowjobs off nicer women than Anna Wolfhouse with the blowjob signals. So that's what I'm saying. Money over bitches, man. Money over bitches every time. You know that Hugh Hefner? You know, he was a fucking wrinkly old cunt, wasn't he? Hugh Hefner, but, you know, he had all those nice women, didn't he? You know, because he had that money. So it's always go for the money. Money over bitches. So I'd rather knock out Froch, you know, in front of 80,000 people at Wembley and fucking make him fall on his own leg like Groves and get that money, because you can do really well sexually, you know, with that money. You know, a blowjob off Anna Wolfhouse, you know, it's... Nah, forget that. What other questions are there? So look at them. Who are you more scared of, Coogan or Joshua? Be safe. Well, why would I be scared of Coogan? Do you know what I mean? Coogan was Ricky Hatton's bodyguard, but Do you know what I mean? What's you know, if I was going to smash this bottle of Echo 4s over Ricky Hatton's head, like, what's Coogan really going to do about it? You know, he's not going to do anything, is he? So, you know, him calling himself Ricky Hatton's bodyguard, it's just a little fancy title, isn't it? It's just a little fancy title, man. It means nothing. It means nothing, man. You know, when Joshua, like, tried to threaten my life, like, I had so many emotions, you know. Part of me was going to, like, try and, you know, antagonize him, try and wind him up, you know, so he hits me, so I get compensation. You know, that's a decent amount of money, innit? You know, getting fucking assaulted by a multi-millionaire former world heavyweight champion. That's a lot of money, innit? That is a lot of money, innit? But again, it's a risk, innit? Because you don't know what could happen. You know, if a big 18-stone heavyweight like that hits you on the chin, bare knuckle as well. Bare knuckle, you know. We've seen a few boxers get killed recently. You know, that Patrick Day. So is it worth getting 50 grand, you know, to be dead? It's not worth it, is it? So, I don't know. Who are you more scared of, Coogan or Joshua? Be safe. You know, obviously Joshua, innit? Coogan only bullies little Prince Patels.
Fucking cave your head in. Fucking cave your head in.
Who would win in the streets, you or Chris Eubanks Sr.? I don't know, he's got the Warriors code, hasn't he? He was a tough guy, wasn't he? Chris Eubanks Sr. He had the Warriors code, didn't he? I don't know if he's still got it, but I wouldn't want to fight him anyway. You know, I like the guy. He's a classy guy, isn't he? He's a respectable, classy, stylish, well-spoken man. You know, who's really good at poetry. Let's have some parliamentary procedure here. That sounds so nice, don't it? Let's have some parliamentary procedure here. Fuck, you know, that sounds good. You know, how can you fight with a man like that? You know, who talks like that? It's nice, isn't it? Let's have some parliamentary procedure here. Wow. I really like that. I don't normally like it, you know, when boxers start trying to become poets and they start trying to be poetic. You know, like when Joshua lost to Ruiz and then he wrote a tweet afterwards saying, "Don't let success get to your head or failure get to your heart." You know, what the fuck is that? What the fuck was that? Don't let success get to your head or failure get to your heart. You know, just cut the shit, man. You know, it's a bit tacky, innit? You know, like lions in the camp. It just doesn't sound all that good, man. You know, like, let's have some parliamentary procedure here. That sounds nice, don't it? But you know, this kind of thing. Don't let success get to your head or failure get to your heart. You know, just cut the shit, man. Stop talking in riddles. Stop trying to be a poet. You know, just fucking cut the shit, man. I only like Chris Eubanks Sr.'s poetry in boxing. Even Ali, you know, Ali used to do a few rhymes, didn't he? But they weren't all that. If he keeps talking jive, I'll cut it to 5. You know, what's jive? What does jive mean? Jive. If he keeps talking jive, jive, I'll cut it to 5. You know, just that don't sound good at all. You know, I liked Ali. You know, he was kind of deep, wasn't he? He was quite good, wasn't he? Ali, I like him. You know, refusing to fight in the war and like kill innocent people and stuff like that. But you know, that little rhyme there, it wasn't all that, was it? if he keeps talking jive, I'll cut it to 5. That don't sound good at all. But I rate him, you know, for refusing to fight in the war and killing some people. What do you think of Mayweather dressing up as a Black Panther? He needs to fuck that off, you know, because, you know, those Black Panthers back in the days, you know, like Tupac's mum, you know, they got locked up and a lot of them got killed, and, you know, Tupac was quite deep as well, wasn't he? You know, speaking out against the government and speaking about social issues and poverty and racism and police brutality, you know, and then he got fucking murdered, didn't he? I don't know, I don't think Mayweather should go down that path, you know. I think Mayweather should just keep talking about pussy and money and jewelry, you know, all that dumb shit, you know, be really shallow. You know, start saying lions in the camp and fucking stay humble, you know, all that dumb shit. Because when you start getting political and you start speaking out against governments, you know, it can backfire, can't it? You know, and it happened with the Skype wanker. You know how he was like, for a period of time, was like, free Syria, you know, and all that, you know, speaking out against governments. And then that wanking video came out. You know, and then people started taking him for a joke. So, I don't know, it's probably best to just stay away from politics, man. You know, if you've got a lot to lose, just stay shallow. Just watch Love Island. Yeah, she looks alright, don't she? Yeah, just be shallow and don't speak out against corrupt governments. Just watch Love Island. You know, to be safe. Be safe. Yeah, shout out to the people who bought t-shirts. Yeah, she looks alright, don't she? Yeah, he's doing well there, isn't he? He's doing well sexually, isn't he? Thanks for buying the merch. Let me read another question. If you'd had a full camp and beat Eubank Jr., which you would have if you had a full camp gas tank, how do you think your career would have gone? Also, would you be doing better sexually? Of course I would. If I beat Eubank, would I be doing better sexually? Of course I would. Have you seen those photos of him driving those cars? Do you know what I mean? Those cars are a posse magnet. You know, if you got cars like that and you just drive around, you know, it's a posse magnet in it, that car. Going back to Hugh Hefner, you know, he was just a wrinkly old cunt, but he had that money, didn't he? So he got a load of fanny from it. You know, he had all those nice women, didn't he? You know, because he had that money. So, you know, if I beat Eubank and I was driving around in cars like that, of course I'd be doing better sexually. Of course I wouldn't be having to sleep with women who are society's rejects for a Dyson. You know, of course not. So yeah, I fucking nearly done him in, didn't I, Eubank, but I fucked up in the last minute of the fight. Man down. You know, if I won that fight, I would have been a pussy magnet like Hugh Hefner. Yeah, it's probably hard to stick to one woman. You know, when you got that kind of money that he's got, it's probably hard to stick to just one woman. You know, because there's going to be loads of gold diggers out there. That's why I rate Eddie Hearn, you know. Because he seems like a happily married man, don't he? He's probably faithful to his wife. Because, you know, a man of that kind of status, you know, if he was like fucking around with different women, he'd get exposed. You know, there'd be a load of dirty little shallow gold digging whores, you know, trying to expose Eddie Hearn sexually. But no one has, have they? So he's probably loyal to his wife, you know, and I rate that because he could fuck loads of women. Those fucking ring card girls. He could easily fuck one of those ring card girls in his hotel. You know, Eddie Hearn's got money on him. He's good looking, no homo. You know, he looks like James Bond, don't he? He could have a load of fucking women. You know, the slag of the group. He could easily fuck the slag of the group. You know, the slag of the group, if she's following me and messaging me, you know, imagine what he could get out of her. So I rate him, you know, for just sticking with the wife. You know, and it's the same with Terence Crawford with the fat wife. You know, he's done well to stick with her, hasn't he, Terence Bud Crawford? He's done well to stick with the fat wife. You know, even though he could fuck a load of different women. You have to admire him for sticking with the fat wife. Even though there's a load of fucking gold diggers out there who would happily sleep with Terence Bud Crawford. You know, because he's got that money. You know, you have to respect him, don't you? You know, for sticking with the fat wife. Where's this video of you and Michelle Joy Phelps? Can't find it online. But what was it about? What happened? Well, she was just talking her bullshit, you know, she didn't put the video up, you know, because she didn't want me to get that exposure. She didn't want my channel to, like, take off. So she conveniently didn't put the video up, you know, because she didn't want me to get those subscribers. But I've nearly got more subscribers than her, you know. I can't remember the last time I looked, but the last time I looked, I've nearly had 100,000 subscribers, and that was before True Geordie gave me a shout out in his video. Do you know what I mean? So I need to look. So I've probably got nearly as many as her, and I even interviewed the big names, the Tyson Furies, the Joshuas. You know, it's just me sitting here with a fucking bottle of Echo Falls. So it's going alright, innit? I need to do more of these Q&As because it's going alright. Alright, next question. Yeah. Is Nicola Adams a man? It's hard to say, innit? It's hard to say, man. Do you know what I mean? There are some transsexuals who look more like a woman than she does. You know, like that transsexual there. She or he, whatever it is, she looks nicer than the black lesbian. Don't he, she. So it's hard to tell who's a man and a woman these days, isn't it? It's hard to tell. So is Nicola Adams a man? I don't know. I don't know, do I? Next question. How many knickers have you sniffed in that Clapham hostel in total? You know what? It was only those knickers, you know. They were the only ones that I sniffed. You know, those pink knickers with the stain in them. You know, even though they had a stain in them, they smell quite nice, you know. Even though there was a dodgy looking stain in the woman's knickers in the bunk bed in the hostel that I was staying in London. You know, even though there was a dodgy stain, they smelled nice. Yeah, they smelled nice, so I'm glad I sniffed them. And if I had my time again, I'd sniff them again. Who do you fancy in the boxing community? You know what? I like that woman with big tits, you know. She's caught my eye recently, that woman with the big tits. I don't know her name. I don't know what her channel was called. I don't even know if she's a good interviewer. All I know is that she's got nice tits. And that's all that matters in it sometimes. Nothing else matters. But yeah, she's got the sexual edge. That woman with the big tits. She's nicer than Michelle Hall Phelps. And can you see Michelle Hall Phelps looking down? You know, looking really sad. Because there's a new blowjobber in town. It's really upset her on it. You know, looking down like that. It's really got to her on it. Yeah, she's lost the sexual edge, hasn't she? Yeah, she don't look too happy about it at all, does she? You know what? Even though she's lost the sexual edge in boxing, she's still got groped by Coogan, didn't she? Yeah, he still gave her a grope, didn't he, Coogan? He's sexually out of control, him, isn't he? You know, grabbing her like that. He's sexually out of control, that guy is. He's wanted to fuck her for ages. But you know, because he had a girlfriend, he couldn't put his hands on her like that. So he had to make do with like putting his foot on her foot. Can you remember? Yeah, he had to try and like discreetly touch her. You know, be really discreet in touching her. But you know, now he's single. He can just grope her like that. Yeah, fuck, you know, he loves it, don't he? Pussy and views. Pussy and views. You know, he thinks he can just grab any woman within groping distance, don't he? You know, now he's got a blue tick. I'm telling you, you know him being sexually out of control like that. That's due to the years and years of not getting any fanny when he was younger. I'm telling you. It's down to that. It's like those men who have been in prison for years and years without any kind of sexual interaction with a woman. And then they come out of prison and they just go sexually mental. You know, that's like Coogan, innit? You know, because he didn't get any fanny when he was younger. Now he's getting some, he's going mental, innit? He's going absolutely mental. Yeah, he's sexually out of control, big time, Coogan is. But he needs to watch out, you know, groping women like that. He could get arrested, you know. So he needs to be safe. Be safe. Fuck, you know. Well, yeah, that'll do, you know, just a little Q&A today, just a little Q&A. I'm going to try and do a few more of these. Keep sending me your questions and I'll try and bang out videos regularly. Yeah? Well, thanks for that anyway, yeah, thanks for that.